Hey, what's up guys, it's B3L here, and in today's video, I'm gonna be showing you how to get better at PvP, and trust me, you will, because I've been playing this game for 15 years. Yes, I play this game a lot. Okay, the first step is to have a good mouse and a decent sensitivity for it. What I mean by good sensitivity is this. You don't want it to be like this. Or this. And the next step is to find a good sensitivity for your keyboard as well. Okay, I'm joking. If you want more space on your mousepad, you can borrow it from your keyboard and then use it to move your mouse. In all seriousness though, grab a decent mousepad. It can be from AliExpress. It just has to have a lot of space and have a decent mouse and a decent keyboard. That's gonna be the main thing limiting you. And of course, your computer. But I'm gonna be teaching you how to get better FPS on your Minecraft in another video, so stay tuned for that. Okay guys, the most important thing before buying a mouse is to look at your playstyle. If you are a butterfly click player, you should not be using a jitter click mouse, so please do your research before buying anything, okay? There are plenty of mice reviews videos on YouTube, so you should be good. Okay guys, I recommend using the sensitivity 50 to 100. So do not go below 50 and do not go above 100. I wouldn't recommend even going above 90 honestly, but it all depends on your DPI as well. For the mouse DPI, you have to download the correct software for your mouse and then use between 400 to 800 DPI. Personally, I use 700 DPI with 64 sensitivity, and for the Windows settings, I use it right in the middle and disable enhance pointer precision. Trust me guys, this is one of the most important things for you to learn how to aim properly. Basically what this does is when you move your mouse faster at the same distance, it will go farther. So for example, if I move 10 centimeters to the right very fast, the mouse stops right here. But if I move the same distance but very slowly, the cursor stops right here, meaning that this setting makes your aim unstable. So disable this, click apply and click OK. Trust me guys, this is the most important setting for your aim ever. If you've always played with that setting enabled, you'll find it very difficult to aim at first, but then you can change your sensitivity to be a little bit faster or slower, and then you get used to it. After you get used to that, you'll be so happy because you'll get better at aiming. And now that you've learned how to aim, the next step is to learn how to be spaced from your opponent. There are several ways to be spaced from your opponent, but the one I should be learning first, in my opinion, is W tap, because that's the easiest and most used method in my opinion. So as you can see in that clip in the screen, I'm always spaced from my opponent, because if I only hold W and try to combo him, he will hit me. So I need to keep a space between me and the opponent so I can combo them better. Here's an example with the keystrokes mod so you can see and copy it for yourself. So as you can see, I only hit the opponent when I let go of W, because if I keep holding W and hit them, maybe I'll get too close to them and they can hit me. So I only press W when he's taking knockback backward, and I stop pressing it when I'm gonna hit them. And this is what it looks like when you are getting W tapped on. So guys, this is basically what it is. This is my reach, this is me, this is the opponent. I go close to them. When I see that I can hit them, I will stop running and hit them. So I'm staying still right here, and they got hit, so they're gonna fly backward. And while they're flying backward, I will follow them at the same time. And since I sprint faster than them going backward, I will get close to them while they're falling. So when they fall to the ground, I am at this position again. So I'm standing still and I hit them again. So they're gonna go flying, and then I follow them at the same time. And when they reach the ground, I will be already at this position again without moving. I hit them again. And it's basically this. It's basically hitting. The opponent flies. I run while he's flying. He goes to the ground. I hit them again without moving. and then he's gonna go flying. I follow him and he go to the ground. I hit them again. It's basically this. The rule is basically that when I hit them, it means I'm not moving. When they go backward, I follow them at the same time and I hit them again without moving. Okay guys, before continuing with the video, I just want to be annoying and tell you guys that I'm a Lunar partner and I have some Lunar cloaks for you to buy. It's currently $10 right now, so it's the cheapest out of all the store. Also, I'll leave this coupon code in the description so you can get 30% off and buy my cloak for $7. This is the cheapest way to get a cloak in Lunar client, and it will help me a lot if you use this. This is a limited code, so if you want to buy it, just buy it now because it's not gonna be forever. And also guys, if you want to buy something on Hypixel like an MVP rank, if you add it to the cart and you proceed to checkout and then you use my code BIEL in the Hypixel store, you're not gonna be paying anything extra, you're just gonna be helping me out, okay? I'm sorry for interrupting the video, but since I'm not monetized, I have to be annoying sometimes. But yeah, thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope you enjoyed the rest of it. Okay, the next tip I have for you guys is really important. It's not that important like the W tap or the aim, but it's still gonna get you more combos. So what you're gonna do, you're gonna join this server right here, pvp.land, or any server that has bots in it, and you're gonna click right here, fight bots. You're gonna choose the difficulty. I'm gonna choose the medium one and choose boxing. So if you apply both concepts that you learned right now, it will look something like this. You're aiming at him and you're trying to W tap, look. But do you notice what is missing? Yes, Strafe is missing. Strafe is basically when you go right and left to try to mess with your opponent's aim. It looks basically like this. As you saw, I kept going right and left, so the opponent could mess with his aim, but look at the bot chasing me. This is kind of funny. But yeah, since this is a bot, he's not gonna miss his aim, but that will work with the normal player. I'll show you right now. Okay, this is a normal player, and I'm gonna try to strafe him so you can see. And strafing at the same time. So as you guys saw in that clip, I was able to strafe, but I did something extra. Did you notice it? Yes, I was block hitting as well. So this is the next tip I have for you guys. You're basically going to try to block hit the opponent to make him take more knockback. And of course, if you're in a tight space, like in a square block, and you're PvPing with your opponent, you have to block hit 100% of the times, because it will take less damage as well. But since this is boxing, you will not take less damage. You'll just knock back them further. So let me show you. So this is without block hitting. See, the opponent is not taking that much of a knockback, even though I'm doing exactly the same thing as I was before. But now, if I block hit as well, look, the opponent will take more knockback. Of course, this is a bot, but it works with the opponents as well. And I'm doing it all the time right here. You don't have to do it all the time, you know? When I see that they're not taking knockback, I try to block hit, but it's too late sometimes because they're too close to me. But if you apply all of those things together, it should look like this. See, I'm strafing, I'm W tapping, I'm block hitting, and I'm not missing my aim. It should basically look like this, and if it looks like this, you're probably good. And when you reach that level, you can probably mess with your opponent a little bit like this. Next tip is hit selecting. This is really cool, honestly. Okay guys, imagine you are in a platform like sumo and you guys are running towards each other. If you guys hit each other at the same time, you'll both fly at the same time back, right? Then you both get to the ground at the same time and you'll both run at the same time, and keep doing this until someone gets a lucky hit. But let's say you are hit selecting. So what you do when you're hit selecting is you press W and strafe maybe, and you run at the same time as your opponents and let them hit you first. So when they hit you first, you'll go up. Do not let them hit you again, because if they hit you again, you go flying. When they hit you, you basically fly, and when you're going down, you will try to W tap and hit them. When you hit them, they will go flying up while you're already flying down, and then you will walk forward while they're still going up. And do you see what happens in this position? Yeah, exactly. It's basically the second hit I was telling you about. You're gonna hit them, they're gonna go flying. So this is the technique of it, but let's do it in practice so you can understand better. So look at my keystrokes. I'm gonna try to do it. See? They flew back. So they hit me first, and then I hit them. But let me do it. Like this. See? But of course, if the player is skilled and they do the same thing, then you guys are gonna be spinning around each other for like centuries. Okay guys, I did it on Hypixel, but now I'm gonna be trying to do this on Mindman Club. Let's see. What? This guy's living in McDonald's. The guy was living in McDonald's. Let me try to do it again. Okay, that worked 100%. See? I basically waited for him to hit me. He even lost the aim. He wasn't even looking at me at the time. So yeah, it's basically that. It works in practice, but sometimes people are gonna do the same thing and it's not gonna work. And now for the next technique, I've never actually done this a lot, but jump resetting is a technique that a lot of people use to take less knockback. I never really believed on that, but I'm gonna try it out. You have to press spacebar after each hit. So let's try. I don't know about that. Okay, maybe that works. I was almost breaking it. But anyway, I have never used that method on PvP. I don't know if it actually works or if it's just placebo. But if it works, I'm gonna be trying to implement it. But at least I showed you how to do it. Okay, I promise you guys that this next tip you've never seen in a PvP guide video, because this game mode is simply not well known in the English community. This is well known in the Brazilian community or even German community. It's called Soup PvP, and this game mode is basically you have to hit your opponent and make them waste all of their soups. Each soup regenerates 3 or 3.5 hearts, depending on the server, and you can craft more soups like this. And in this server right here, which the IP is in the screen, they have some damagers, see? So if I go to the main lobby of the server, I click on the compass, I click on challenges, I will be here and I walk backward and I'm in the damager area. What I want you to do right now is basically to try to survive as long as possible. And why am I telling you to play this? This is not BedWars or SkyWars or anything. This is not gonna be useful, right? Wrong. In my opinion, this is the most useful game if you want to be fast at your inventory and if you want to be aware of your surroundings, because this forces you to open your inventory all the time and to look at your health and to PvP at the same time. It's not like boxing where you have to just hit the player and don't worry about anything in your inventory or around you because it only has one player and he only has a sword. This will help you in every single minigame you can possibly think of. And guys, trust me, try this out. You'll thank me later. And what I want you to do is go to this damager right here, and I want you to go to this sign and grab bowl and cocoa beans and put them in this order right here. Right click on this emerald and save your respawn point. I want you to jump in this easy damager and try not to lose, okay? So first step is basically to drink the soups with your keyboard. Do not drink the soups with your mouse, okay? Don't drink soups with your mouse because you will not learn how to play properly. So let's go. I just want to drink soups with my keyboard. Okay, I'm moving to 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So I use my keyboard to move around and I use my mouse to drink the soups, okay? So let me do it again. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. I drank all of these soups. But as you notice, I don't have any more soups to drink. They're all in my inventory, which means I have to grab them and put them here. Guys, you'll not be grabbing them like this and putting them like this. Obviously, you just hold shift and click on all of them. But if you do this while you have a lot of bowls in your hotbar, they will not go to your hotbar. Look at this. If I do this and try to grab more soups, I cannot because it's occupied. Yes, you probably understood what I have to do right now. I have to drop the bowls after I drink them. To do this is really simple. You just drink the soup and drop. Drink, drop, drink, drop, okay? So let's try to do that. Drink, drop, drink, drop, drink, drop. You have to use your keyboard to go to the next hotkey as well, okay? As you saw, I drank all the soups and dropped all of them. Now, what I want you to do is to do the same thing, but go back to your sword. So 2, drop, sword. 3, drop, sword. Let's go. 2, drink, drop, sword. Drink, drop, sword. Drink, drop, sword. Drink, drop, sword. You gotta be faster because now you have another step And I want you to try this out. When you manage to do this, try to do it faster now. I even dropped the soup because I was too fast. But try to do it a couple of times. See? I did it. And the next step is basically to grab all the soups in your inventory. That's it. So let's try to do that. See? I grabbed the soups in any order. You don't have to grab it in straight line because that will make it harder. But you can butterfly click, you can drag click, you can do whatever you want, okay? And obviously, the next step is to craft more soups, okay? Craft more soup. You just grab half of the things right here. And then you hold shift and you craft all of them and you grab them back. So they go back to their place. So let me try that out. I'm gonna drink all of the soups, go back to the sword as well. If I need, grab the soups like this, go back to the sword. Because why do I go back to the sword? Because normally you have to fight them at the same time. This is not the only thing, guys. You have to fight them at the same time. I'll show you later. But look, I'm gonna craft the item and grab it back. See? Grabbed it back like this. But yeah, this is what I want you to do, okay? I want you to test this out and try to stay alive as much as possible. You can even time yourself so you know the time you took. So look at the chat now. So it'll tell you how many soups you dropped, how many soups you ate, your accuracy. But if you wanna time it yourself, you can, okay? But look, this is the easy damager. You can go up to the hard damager, to the medium damager, to the hard damager, and you can test it out if you can. Look, I'm gonna go to the hard damager now. And look how much faster this is compared to the easy one. This is basically like almost 2 times faster than the other one. It's more damage, basically. But if you don't know how to play this, trust me, it will be hard. Now let's go to the hardest damager so you can see how hard this is. Okay, guys, let me show you the hardest damager right here with my mouse clicks. Messed it up. It's okay. Guys, I used to play this back in 2015, just so you guys know that it's really old for me, so I'm not that good anymore. But yeah, look, I'm surviving a little bit longer than I thought, honestly. Now, try the crap damager as well. This is a funny name, but try it out. You'll see that it's even harder because look, you're gonna drink soups and it's gonna drop items for you. So you have to drop them as well. It's basically trying to simulate a real hardcore games match. Because people are gonna be dropping things, you're gonna be grabbing things as well from the floor. So yeah, try to do this because if you can survive this, it means you succeeded in inventory control, okay? But if you cannot do this, it's fine. You just have to train it because once you can, you'll see that it's not that difficult, okay? Now, if you really want to challenge yourself, go to the classic mode and try to PvP real people there. And you'll see that it's not that easy. That's why I was teaching you how to go back to the sword. Because it's really important when you're fighting real people, you know. I'm going to drop inside here. So this is a real situation right here. See? So there are 3 people trying to kill me right here, right now. And they're all they're all not succeeding. Okay, see? I was the only one who survived this hole. So this is a good way to train your inventory and train your PvP at the same time. It's a way that no one teaches you because it's not a well-known mode, as I said. But yeah, try to do this out and trust me, you'll get way better at PvP than you think. In my opinion, you cannot unlock your full potential if you don't do this, okay? So yeah, let's go to the next tip. Okay guys, for the next tip, I'm gonna be joining Mindman Club. And in Mindman Club, you can find this game mode called Block Fight. And that game mode is basically a sword fight with blocks. So you can learn your block placements. And yeah, guys, to learn block placements, you're gonna basically try to play doing block placements, okay? So if you stay calm when you place blocks, it will really help you, okay? Because I think that's the most important thing, honestly. Even if you don't know how to do the... Even if you don't know how to do the extreme block placements, like those people that build towers in 2 seconds. Because honestly, not everybody is gonna learn that style of block placements. That's the people that only play that way and only play one type of game. So they learn how to do that. But the most important thing for me is to stay calm. Honestly, if you stay calm when you place blocks, you see your opponent movements and everything, you can get away with not placing blocks that well. You have to see what your opponent is gonna do and try to predict it, see? Okay, that worked. That guy quit and called me gay. If he's mad, then I'm doing it right. But honestly, if you stay calm and you look at your opponent a little bit more and you just place blocks without rushing 100% of the times, and try to place blocks calmly, okay? Don't go spamming blocks everywhere because you're not going to learn how to place blocks. Okay, the next tip is basically a fishing rod or projectile PvP. So speed 2 for infinite seconds. You place a villager and you try to rod them while running, okay? You'll see that it's a little bit hard because you have speed, and now he's moving as well. You have to predict where he's gonna move. Obviously, he's gonna go close to you. But look at my rods. Do you notice something? They're gonna break really soon. Yeah, I have no rod and I'm dead. But now I want you to rod them and do not pull the rod. Look, I rod them, but not pull the rod. Now, after you rod them, go back to any slot you feel comfortable with. I like to go back to slot 1, and now the rod disappeared. And that's how you infinite rod. Rod, go back to slot 1. Rod 1, rod 1. Okay, I got too close to them. I just wasted the rod once while using it like 70 times. So I want you to learn this. If you learn this, you'll get better at rodding. Even if you don't know how to hit a rod that well, that will come with time. You just have to predict your opponent's movement. And why did I tell you to play Soup PvP? Because this helps on Soup PvP. Trust me, it helps because now you know how to go really fast back and forward with the rods. And so you infinite rod forever, basically. And guess what, guys? The Soup PvP does not only help with rodding, but it helps with anything you have to do fast. So if I want to place lava on this pigman, I just do this. If I'm playing UHC, I can place lava really fast, and he's not even gonna see it. If you want to see an example of how fast you can place lava, look at this. This next tip is basically bridging. For you to be good at Minecraft, you do not have to tele-bridge, you do not have to god bridge, you do not have to do anything. Because if you look at the top BedWars players on ranked, they don't tele-bridge or they don't god bridge. They always ninja bridge. So you have to learn how to ninja bridge correctly. That is the most important bridging method, okay? Do not go and start god bridge because you think that you're gonna be the best because you god bridge. No, guys, the harsh reality is that people that god bridge, they want to mold their playstyle around god bridging. They want to grab a mouse that suits god bridging, even though it's heavy or the buttons are not that well for other things. They want to use the sensitivity for god bridging, a FOV for god bridging, and yeah. But trust me, guys, you do not need to go in that step. If you really want to focus on being good at almost everything, you cannot be the best at everything because it's impossible, okay? You just want to be good at everything. But if you want to be the best at bridging, then you should watch a bridging specific video. Yeah, so for the people that want to get better at PvP and better at everything in general, Ninja Bridge is already enough, okay? Ninja Bridge is pretty simple. Holding shift, clicking and letting go of shift, and holding shift on the end of the block again. So, look at this. Ninja Bridging is basically this, okay? But don't worry if you're not good at god bridging or tele bridging or anything because of your mouse, because if you have a limited mouse, you cannot do any of those things correctly. You can do 0 CPS variants of it, but that's just for the fun. But if you want to have fun with a mouse that doesn't god bridge or anything, you can learn how to do 0 CPS bridges, like this bridge, for example, the free bridging or Shasha bridging. This bridge is pretty simple to learn. You can see a lot of tutorials on YouTube. Pretty simple, and it's really fun to do this. You can also learn the side bridge. Side bridge is basically you hold the... Okay guys, let me show you with keystrokes, but notice that I'm only holding right clicks. So it means I'm just holding with the normal Minecraft clicking tick rate. I'm sometimes pressing buttons to adjust my position, okay? But look at this. If you want to learn how to do this, I'm not going to be teaching you in this video, but at least you know that it's possible to do 0 CPS pretty easily. I'm not good at bridging, guys. And then you can learn how to do the god bridging with 0 CPS as well. Look. Yeah, I'm not that good at that anymore. I have to practice, but that's basically it. Just learn how to do this correctly, and you don't have to butterfly or anything. You just click it, you time it, or you can even hold the click and do this, holding the click, because it's possible as well. Some people do that, and it's fine, okay? This next tip is pretty straightforward, is basically clutching. Clutching is a really important aspect of a lot of game modes, like SkyWars, BedWars, or even if you're playing a type of duel that has a void, bad fight, fireball fight, and everything. Pearl fight, in my opinion, is one of the best clutching games there is, because the game is basically 100% clutching. So for example, if you want to learn how to clutch, you can let people hit you. Okay, that guy just did not hit me for some reason, but you can let people hit you, and then you clutch, and you keep trying to do this all the time. So he's gonna hit you and you clutch. You don't have to fight back at this time. You just try to clutch so you can learn the basics. I hit him once, so I can go to the middle again. But yeah, he's gonna hit me. I can clutch down here. And the most important thing for me in order to clutch correctly is just to stay calm. If people get desperate when they want to clutch, they will not clutch properly because they will throw a lot of ender pearls, or they will spam the blocks. As you can see there, he threw like 2 ender pearls and he died still. So it's not a good way to play if you're desperate all the time, see? So just stay calm, because if you stay calm, you can think better. And if you can think better, you can throw ender pearls at the exact position you want. So there, I want to throw there, and I clutch here. If you do this, you can choose the position you want to clutch. Of course, this doesn't happen in the game because you normally don't have like 16 ender pearls, but at least you can learn how to aim for the clutch this way. The ender pearl way is just to learn how to aim, but the clutching aspect of it is to learn how to stay calm. Because look, he threw an ender pearl, he threw another one, he threw another one. He's not even looking too much to clutch, he's just trying to clutch anywhere. But if you look where you want to clutch, as you can see, I even know where he's gonna hit me because I'm staying calm all the time. If I were to stress out and try to hit him, I wouldn't know where I was gonna go because I wouldn't be aware of my surroundings. That's why soup PvP is pretty important, because you can think of more than one thing at once. And it helps you develop that skill, because this skill not everyone has, because normally if you play, for example, only boxing, you'll never be good at other things if you don't play them. But if you play soup PvP, you can get away with a lot of games because it requires thinking all the time. So this guy, yeah, he didn't clutch. So do this and you will get better at clutching. Just stay calm when you play the game. And this is in Mining Club, okay? But let's go to another server. So the server I want to go to now is BedWarsPractice.club. This server has a lot of mini clutching games, so techniques right here. And knockback clutch, and it has the knockback wall clutch, the speed clutch, ladder clutch. You can practice a lot of clutch aspects in this game, in the server. So let's try to do the knockback clutch, for example. Okay guys, so this game right here is basically random knockback clutching. Obviously, this will not happen in a normal game because you are aware of where you're gonna go because you're fighting someone. But this is even harder because you're not aware of where you're going next. So try to do this, for example, and trust me, you will get better at clutching, but don't spam anything. just try to clutch it once and you should be good, okay? Just do that, just do what I did there and you should be good. For the next technique, I want to do broken wall run. In my opinion, this is just a very good clutching experience because it simulates the real situation. You don't have to pretend you're clutching because you actually are. Let me enable checkpoints because I don't normally play this. But yeah, let's go around here and try to get the checkpoints as well. Right here, right here. I don't even have to clutch here. Okay. Checkpoints, let's go. Okay. Yeah. Technique end, 33 seconds. It's not bad. Obviously, I'm not good at this. This is the clutching tip for you guys. Just play the Pearl Fight in Mineman Club and play these clutching practices in BedWars This is gonna basically cover up any clutching aspects of Minecraft. And yeah, this is a very known server, so you probably know this already. But yeah, just to make sure you guys know it, I'm talking about it in this video. So I hope this video helped you out. I covered the basics and some more detailed tips on how to get better at PvP. If you like this video, please leave a like and comment down below because it will really help me a lot. This is my second video on this YouTube channel. And yeah, I'm doing my best to teach you guys these tips. I'm not at all a known player in the English community, but I hope you guys help me out to reach that goal. Thank you so much and see you on the next one.